Welcome back. Today we're going to discuss the GS5000 watt inverter. This is a 48 volt inverter, and we have it hooked up to a 48 volt lithium battery pack, if you can just pan over there a bit. So we have four 200 amp hour, each of those packs are 12 volts, 200 amps. So this would give us a 200 amp 48 volt pack, about 9.6 kilowatt hours of power. We have this hooked into a simulated generator tie-in on our breaker panel over there. And we'll talk about a few of the features first before we take a look underneath. We have another one over there. We'll take a look and we'll show you some of the connections. So what's different about this inverter? Well, it's an off-grid hybrid, which means it has a built-in MPPT, 60 amp. So we can make the strings up to 145 volts, and so that allows us to put 3,600 watts of solar energy onto this system. So with a built-in MPPT, that saves you a lot of money. That's what that means. It's all built in, it's easy. This is a system that anybody can really do, in my opinion, if you have a little electrical experience. So this is a good inverter. We had it out in the field, and we put it through the tests 3 times surge. So if you're running heavy equipment and you're starting up motors and things like that, or you're running a shop, this is a good inverter. It'll go 3 times surge, which means it'll surge up to 15,000 watts. It's a 5,000 watt inverter. So this is a really solid, durable inverter. It's a little louder. It's about 60-70 dB. There's a fan up here that's always running pretty well all the time. There is an energy saver mode, which we'll look at later, but we can click it underneath here and it quietens it down. But we found that even if you're running something small, it's always running. So you're better to run it just in the run mode, is what we found. If you're running a cabin and you got a fridge always on, then you're always going to have it running. So it does make a little bit of noise, but it's a durable unit, and it doesn't draw. Sometimes we think with all this noise it draws more power. It draws the same amount or a little less power than this one, but that's an 8,000 watt. So it's 97% efficient line mode, so it's up there with all the other inverters. The other thing it has is built-in breakers, and we'll take a look at some of the built-in breakers. So can you zoom into the screen and we'll look at the screen?